Alright, hello. So, I welcome. This will likely be my backdrop from now on. You're here with Books with Bren. I haven't done too many of these, so this will be kind of a first shot thing. So I was thinking I was gonna do what I'm currently reading, because I tend to read a lot of books at the same time, or I just don't finish them, which is also a factor. So, what I'm currently reading, that I've been reading for a very long time and been meaning to finish, is the Court of Thorns and Roses books. I'm on the last book, A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, and I'm that far from the end. I really need to finish this book. It's really good. I didn't expect to like it as much. Actually, I read Court of Thorns and Roses and I really liked it, but I read it when it first came out, and then it took about a year for the next one to come out, and I lost interest, kind of intimidated, because look at the size of this book. So I took me another 2 or 3 years to read the series, and I started it probably about 3 months ago. Really like it. Really like it. So, but with school and work, it has taken a back seat. Another one that I have been reading is the And I Darken books by Kiersten White, because if you can't enjoy Vlad the Impaler, if he'd been born a woman, then what can you enjoy? Because really, the fantasy, the Lada is as bloodthirsty as Vlad the Impaler. It's great. I'm actually on the last book, which is not here because I don't own it. I am listening to the audiobook, which, after having read the first 2 books, is a very different experience, because some of the pronunciation that I thought was the names is actually wrong. Like, I kept pronouncing Mahmed as Mehmed. When listening to the audiobook, it was Mahmed. Don't quote me on that. But those are 2 of the very long list of books that I'm also reading right now. I just finished A Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, but that was a audiobook. Gentleman's Guide was wonderful. I have that book. Here, it is the arc. It was borrowed from a friend. But, so Lady's Guide is phenomenal. If you ever wanted a piratical girl gang of science-minded individuals going to save sea dragons, honestly, I didn't know I wanted it until I had it, and then I knew I needed it in my life. Because why not? It was a lot of fun. Felicity Montague, a asexual, aiming to be a doctor, asexual woman who is aiming to be a doctor in the Victorian era, and realizes, coming to know that the road is harder and more difficult, and she begins to find a way in by hearing about this doctor who might be taking on women, and he happens to be marrying someone that she knows, and goes on this journey to get there, being joined by Sim, who she meets, and Sim is a Muslim woman that traveled with Scipio and his gang of privateers, because they are not pirates, they are legal. And that is just a couple of the books that I'm reading right now. There is many. I'm reading books for school. The Marrow Thieves, I've have to read for school. I read Watership Down. I read a lot of books. I'm also trying to start A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, because A Darker Shade of Magic is beautiful and wonderful, and I love it so much. Can you tell I like really badass females? Like, if you look at Lada, if you look at Felicity, and then why am I forgetting? Yeah. Oh boy. Alright, so I like strong female characters, if that is not already obvious. But that's kind of what I'm reading at the moment. I will do more in-depth reviews once I have finished the books, and probably encourage people to read them, because why not? You can't really get over that. And that's all. Subscribe down below if you have any questions. Shoot me a message, leave a comment. This is my first time doing this kind of thing. I have not done this before, but I love books. I sell books. This is what I do to customers. Now I'm just doing it to the internet. So, if you have any questions, give me a shout, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.